Okay, there we go. Now I can see him. So let's see what was going on there. Make sure I was actually broadcast correctly. So, back to Moria. Been a few weeks to the holidays and such. But we're gonna continue. Where did we leave off? I don't remember. Probably just need to add some more resources and start building more delves. We have a monument on the top of the world, and we have the monument at the delve near us. So I know you're doing some mining. Nograd steel. Oh, that's right. We're building Nograd steel. Because we're trying to do the monument that's down here. Which requires Nograd steel and something else. Fortunately, Nograd steel requires paint furnaces. Now, Nograd steel we have lots of what we need. So that's good. Let me check the settings and the audio. That's right, we were using Winamp. Let's turn that back on. Get us some music going. I love DRM free music. Alright. And a whole bunch of them. And we'll just go through here and just grab some music here. Now, not red steel. I forget how much we need. I got enough to make another 100. So, we'll go check on our monuments. Figure out what we need. And, go from there. I think it's 100? Which, if that's the case, I'm pretty close. The next batch, when it's done, will go with what we need. Now, over here, we can check out. So we got the balsam wood, we got the granite, we got the ironwood, I got the Shinor ingots, and I've got 200 Nogrod. I need that. Because I'm sitting at 100 right now. So we need about 100 more. That's not bad. Let's go check our other monument. See if that's done yet. Oh, it's ready. Let's go ahead and unveil it. And
One
there
would
it is.
expect.
Now, the problem with this one is we do have problems seeing it because if the camera gets too far out of whack, too high, you can't actually see this thing. But it is cool. Let's see, can't get above that here. So cool though. That's number 3. Oh wait, I need a picture of that. I need a picture. Now we're good. Alright. So if we go down to our quest log real quick. Highest raise. Complete 4 monuments. We're working on that. Raise level cap of all delves to 7. Unlock 4th available delving. And invite new players to Moria. Okay. So that means I've got access to a 3rd delve. I'm gonna see if I can get some food. Yeah, it's decorated from Christmas. It's New Year's though. Being all decorated is fine. There we go. All fatigue gone. So I don't really need resources for the delvings. I will check to see if I can upgrade them. Let's see. So this one will be done tomorrow. The other one, though. Where's the builders? Let's send you to Dwarrowdelf. And then we'll send this one to Dwarrowdelf. Dwarrowdelf has one not doing anything, 2 builders, a guard, a scavenger. Why is there one not doing anything? Is he supposed to be a cook? Well, let's send this one down there. And I'll figure out why that one's not doing anything. It's probably supposed to be the cook. That would be my guess. It's a rough one, but that'd be my guess that that's supposed to be the cook. And having 2 cooks in here is fine, whatever. Odds are his frying pan may have worn out. It happens on occasion.
Got it?
Okay, so
Aye.
somebody down here somewhere. Builder. Cook. Scavenger. Standing by. He has nothing. Well, that's bizarre. But he has nothing. Guess we can get him something. Oh yeah, if we go down to the forge. Go to Durham's forge real quick. I can probably grab some weapons in here. Swim road hard. Since that particular location tends to get hit by orcs more often. Belagus gear. Khazad army. Do I have a Khazad army set? No. I can give them gear that I'm not going to use. Make him into a nice guard. Works for me. Now, I don't know if my other two elves, to be honest. There aren't many places that have enough physical space. There is the other city location.
Got it? Aye.
Could build it there. Yeah, I know. That's building materials. I believe it's the guy over here in the corner. Here we go. I don't need you. Yeah, you need some. Turn you into a car.
I hate them Mordor maggots. I hate war.
There you go. You're now good. Is there rocks out here? No. Alright. So that takes care of this group. Oh wait, I need to check the tower. See if it can be upgraded. It cannot. There's still only a level 3 delve. So I need a level 4 delve. I need another delve. So in order to do that, we need to go to Duran's tower. Go see if there's food.
Son, me.
And then from there, See, not good. But it's okay. What we'll do is we'll build another delve. I'm not sure where. We want a delve stone. There we go. Now I can take these materials and we'll convert it delve somewhere. So I'm thinking, where do we have places we can go? We have the delve here. On this floor. But if we go up one more floor, we can put it here. In this area. We have the other city. So that's going to be Upper City Mapstone. Got it. So if we go to Upper City. Which is in this one here. Upper City. Oh, our music. I can turn it back on. Yeah. This way. Oh, wait. I don't know. Nothing.
You'll not kill this dwarf. We got orders. Perfect. One more now.
Sure. I got a funneled in here.
Sight was good. Destroyed our ranks.
So it's actually pretty easy to defend.
That's all you got?
Because they have to come from that direction. Any more? Guess I'll start picking up the loot. I think that was it, but it's like someone's still hanging around somewhere. So it's like, where's he at? here somewhere. There it goes. It's ended. Not a big deal. So today we're gonna look to figure out where the next delve is gonna be. So I can put it in this room. I thought about this. This is where that troll was at. It's a nice big room. It's well defended, well protected. The other option would be to do it in here. It's a huge space. And, well, it might be fun to rebuild this. It's a pain in the butt to navigate. So I think we'll use the troll room. We'll actually clear out all this rubbish. Because that makes sense. And what we'll do is we'll put the delve stone right in the middle of town. And then we'll turn one of the side buildings, you know, maybe that one, whatever, into the living quarters. We're going to need to be able to make like a whole bunch of good stuff here. So we'll need
I need a better weapon for this.
in order to make this right, we're going to need scavengers, a guard, cook, ooh, this would be a good area. We use this area here. This would give us a good place to build out all of their needs. As well as being able to build like a second floor or more. So the best thing to do here is to put the delve stone as far forward as we can. It's still reach that location. Oh, I have a hearth. I forgot to build a hearth. So I need hang over here to hang over here to the ranger station. So you can build them pretty much anywhere. And if you're clever about it, you can build them in places that the orcs can't get to. So if I go this way, go through here. And jump back to Durin's Tower. Build a couple of large hearths. Build that. Five beds. Now I need um, 2 meal tables, oven, and iron. For a stove and a roasting pit. Let's see, I need farm boxes. Going to need and in the delve menu, I need a bunch of iron. And steel. What I can do is start the build process. Let's go check our forges real quick. Because if our forges are good, then if they're cleared, no, I need more. It's only 30. And we still need like 2 more batches. However, I have the other forges that are not doing anything at the moment. And they can service me well by making me iron and steel. So that's like 9, right? So I need, let's say 3 steel. I'll make 3 iron. That should give me everything we need. Material-wise, anyway. You don't need bronze at the moment. And to straighten my character out, I'll go ahead and take a nap. Oh no! I've lost some dwarves. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna chase him down in a minute. I make Nogrod steel until I run out of materials. I'll guarantee I have the 200 I need. So that's fine. I got some mytho I could make up, but I don't need it right now. Now I need to build one of those. I don't have any cross scripts on me. It's fine. I always have to go get upstairs to get it. To Darn's Tower. And then I can make the rest of what I need. Or at least get me blade claws. Ooh. Chests. Pantry. Roasting pit. And a stove. Oops. I got too much on me that I don't need. That should be enough. Okay. So now we can go back to the ranger camp and go from there. Not a fan of this tune at the moment. It's a little too eerie for me. I've got to reload. Thank you. What was that? Okay. This game's still loading bits and bobs as I'm bouncing around. You teleport around like that a lot, it has trouble keeping up with your movement. Alright. So what we want to do is in the center of this wall, I actually want to install the hearth. One thing I love about this game is you can build inside walls. That's not gonna work for us. I like that. I'd rather build it up the wall then. It's fine. Actually, let me put this against the wall. A temporary thing. If I do build mode, okay, it fills this whole room, which is good. And then let's get out into the middle of this area. Yes, it does. Question is that I can't build here though. Hence why I have two hearths. Because now I can build here. Alright, so establish the stove. This is going to be high hall delving. And then we're going to use this one back here as our primary room. Now let's build. Okay. Map stone. For the time being. Let's put it here. there for now. Maybe we'll also put the rest of the beds out here. Okay, that's fine. What else do we need? Make chests. These are just temporary. Pantry. Eating table. The delving chest. Um, Flower boxes. These are partial light back here. Do I have any full light? Yeah, down here. For right now, let's put them over here. So that leaves us with it leaves us with needing the stove and oven. Let's go back up to Czar. How's it going, 22? What you up to? We're gonna make a proper stronghold for the dwarves. Cool. I'm currently working on my third delve. Because I've got that unlocked now. Which is cool, but it also means we need to have more people to man it. So, I'm going to have to find some people and do some things. But right now, we're working on building out what we need to keep them, make them self-sufficient down there. And allow them to grow. I need 2 more new annoying cloth. Let's make some cloth up real quick and we'll be good to go. waypoint. And apparently I've lost somebody, so. Let's see how that works out. But it's okay. Where is it? There it is. I held that one. When I was talking about you making proper stronghold for the Delves, actually I'm in my Gazetteer character-driven world. I'm DMing. Oh, cool. Dwarves and party. An elf. And, okay, interesting party dynamic. My current party in D&D is in Forgotten Realms. They're currently playing in the Underdark. And I have a Dwarven cleric, a halfling monk, an elven, elven, no one's half elf. What is she now? An elven ranger who's dual class from a mage, a half elven paladin dual class from a rogue, and a wizard, a mage that's dual class from a barbarian, and that one's a duck. Yes, we have a duck in our party. And they're currently running through the Underdark chasing the paladin's swords because they got captured and they lost their swords. So now they gotta chase their swords through the Underdark to try and find them. So, you want to talk interesting party dynamic. That's mine. And it's rather comical. So front. But all in all, yes, my New Year's is going fine. This one here is going to be an actual proper delve. I need to finish building it out, but we're gonna seal that door up over there. So it has a proper door on it. We're gonna take that archway, seal it up so it's got a proper door on it, and take all these buildings and refurbish them. But for right now, everyone's going to be housed and whatnot back here in this room. So I'm putting all the essential services in this room while the other rest is being built out. Alright, so back up to Doran's Tower. Grab some food if I can. And then, we'll move on from there. Because we kind of need it. The bar is cool. I like the bar. But kind of like to build something a little more proper for these guys. Now, in order to have everything we need, short lambus, short, loopy. I have some around here somewhere. I don't have enough harvesters in this place. the halfling and elf just being dragged along. Kinda? See, the campaign started with, the elf wanting a raptor as a familiar, and the half-elf wanting a displacer beast. Well, I told the half-elf she can't have the displacer beast until they get to, a higher level. But if they wanted the raptor, they'd have to go to Chult. So we went to Chult, and what was supposed to be a 2, maybe 3 month excursion, doing one session a month, to get them, because we wanted to level them up, and we also wanted to build up their skill sets and their levels, and let them get a little more comfortable with the game, and then go from there, right?
It has been a while.
Not a big deal. Well, that kind of didn't work out as planned, as we are now almost 2 years into the campaign. And, oh, I need that here. But it's like 2 years into this campaign, and we're still based ourselves out of Chult. It's kind of funny. Wait, did you get called Dragon Slayer? Also, sorry, I was about 2 minutes behind you. Yes, actually. In, this particular game, where is it? In the bazaar, right here, the Well of Shadows, you have to fight a shadow dragon. And once you kill the shadow dragon, they start calling you Dragon Slayer. So you kind of expect it after a while. I'm gonna unload everything I don't need at the moment. I don't have any of that. I need to go back and check my forge though. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that on me. Or that. That. I wonder if that's a nod to Bruenor Battlehammer for killing the Shadow Dragon in Mithril Hall. I don't know. According to this game's story, the Shadow Dragon was driven down and sealed by an early Durin. I think it was Durin the First or Durin the Second that imprisoned the dragon down in the darkest depths. And then you come back and break the seal and kill the dragon because that's the only way to leave. Well, I'm sorry, you can leave before you kill the dragon. I take that back. Because you can make Durin's hammer. Because you have to have Durin's hammer in order to get to the dragon. But, so once you have that, you can actually leave as long as you have enough diamonds. And once you can leave, then you can start doing the whole Durin folk expansion. Even if you haven't, killed the dragon. And then you have to kill the dragon. So one of the things they say in the story, it's like, well, you need to kill the dragon to beat the dragon. It's like, well, you kind of have done that. If you played the game the way it was written to be played. And now you're supposed to go through and take care of the actual shadow. Meat hat recipe. Go to the first hall emissary. Okay, I need to get my great monuments done. Sure. Alright, so we need to go back to Durin's Forge and check our thing here. So we need 200. So that's 6 times 3 is 180. But yeah, it said according to this lore, the dragon wasn't actually killed. So not quite Salvador. That is the dragon, that's Legend of Dro's story, but there's a lot of similarities in that point. Maybe? Okay, that's the last of the true quartz. Let's see if that's enough. It's not gonna be enough, is it? No. 60, 90, 120. 150. That puts us at 180, so we need 2 quartz. Bloody bugger. I guess we need to do an expedition. Well, here's hoping that, the expedition map for where the Dwarves was taken. It's a 2 quartz one. So I'm gonna check for food. And take a nap. You stay up until midnight, or did you get to bed early? Last night, I went to bed early. I was online until... oh, food. Oh, so somebody else had it marked for that. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. So I went to bed about 11 last night. I was playing MechWarrior 5 Marks and just having fun with playing clan max in 3015 yesterday, and apparently someone stole my bed. Assigned to person? Apparently all of my beds are not assigned to people. Oh, that's right, they all got glitched. That's what it was. They all glitched out at me. So, I had to reset them all. Get off my bed. Go find your own bed. Yeah, that's fine. Go get your own bed. I normally stay up to midnight though, on New Year's Eve, but there was nobody visiting and I was tired, so I just bailed out early. Someone dropped their scavenger basket. That's not a good sign. I'll have to figure out who's not doing their job. And give them their scavenger basket back. This game's kind of weird. The characters will drop their baskets and stuff for no reason at all. Doesn't make any sense to me. That's the way it usually works. Alright. What can I have them making right now? Anything good? No, I have to go back to the outside in order to go. No, what they're supposed to be making at the moment. So they had to be in the DD. Yeah, no, I don't drink. I mean, I will drink. Don't get me wrong. I will drink occasionally, but I don't drink seriously. I see no reason for it. Alright. Yeah, I don't know who dumped the basket. I'll have to look. Let's see. Who dumped the basket? They'll tell me. Everybody's actually got an assigned job. we're good. I have 1 cook. 2 cooks. Oh, here we go. Kristen. Where's Kristen at? Kristen is where? Down the bar, maybe? There she is. Yep, she ditched her basket. Why? Because she's full. Storage needed. Yeah, she had no personal storage. But, yeah. And most people who say they like drinking really don't. They just use it as an escape. Now, when I will drink is usually in a social setting. So, like, I'll be out with coworkers or friends or whatever. And we'll sit at the bar or whatever, and I'll have, like, 1 drink or whatever. Maybe 2. And then we'll move on from there. Okay, so I have builder's hammers, don't really need that. I have a brewer's paddle. I do need some gear. Some warrior gear. And
What's news?
I need frying pan. I'm curious what this looks like. Okay. I'm sorry,
Thanks for saving me.
okay. Pick that up.
Are we all in danger?
Alright, let's see. Best I can do is Erebor armor. Yeah, I'll have to go down to like the Mythical Fort or something to make some armor. It's like those 3 scavengers. A cook. Let's go drop this in the new delve and see what we can find outside. Oh. Give me stacks of coins. Let me go to homeland real quick. Get the daily's objects updated. What do we have today? Blue Mountains.
I'm speaking today.
Do I have No, it's just Blue Mountain today. Okay. Oops. Didn't wrote down. Dwarrowdelf. Let's see what we have over here. Details. Artistry and smithing. I don't really need one. Well, I'll take him. I'm in Dwarven for now. Dwarven's got some room. Details. Cooking, metalworking, and mining. Well, recruit him. Hi, Dolly. Now we'll go back to Dwarrowdelf. Dwarrowdelf, anyway. This takes place after the ring. Yes, actually this is in the 4th age. Somewhere around 60 plus years after the Lord of the Rings. At this point, all of the elves have gone home. Except for a few that decided to stick around. Gimli is an old man. Gimli's an old man, and what is his name? The king that took after Thorin. Died. Well, from the Iron Hills. Dying. Dying is still in charge of the mountain. But so Moria is destroyed. The orcs, and it's not Moria, but the orcs outside of Moria and the orcs outside of Gundabad in the north have all been pretty much wiped out when Mordor was destroyed. They're over here. Okay, so
I'd nearly lost hope.
what are you? You're going to be a gatherer.
It's been a while.
Alright, and you are going to be the cook.
Will do.
And now I need plants that they can grow. So let's go back to Endurance Tower. God, so annoying. 'Cause every time you teleport, it doesn't really advance the clock, but it advances your hunger meter and your fatigue meter. Super annoying. Super annoying. Okay, so open, honey, scallions, parsnips, what's good cooking?
Dragon Slayer.
Cranberries, grapples. Grapples. Cranberries over here. Wait a minute. Why aren't there mushrooms?
The mountain smiles on us today.
Oh. Okay. Not parsnips. I got mushrooms from somewhere else. But right now I need to make sure these guys have enough food. There we go. How's it going, Madeline? How are you doing today? Alright, let's see here. Need that stuff. Take that.
It has been a while.
Okay, so right. And then we need mushrooms and onions, parsnips, and honey. Have some honey. Have some parsnips. Have some onions. I think what's missing is some mushrooms. I'm doing fairly well. Today we're just trying to set up our third delve and do a little bit of other miscellaneous stuff if we have time. It's always good. But right now, I need to build beehives. There they are, beehives. I also need to make sure that we have proper accommodations in my other delve, because most of my delves don't have proper growing fields. This one does, but it's one of those things that some scallions back in there. I don't have a lot of mushrooms, so, and mushrooms are one of those things that a lot of foods use them. So it's important. You're doing pretty good, just enjoying the first day of the year. Yeah, that's about right. That's pretty much where I am. Oh my god, it's not the bees. No, they don't use the beeswax for candles. It's just for honey. It'd make more sense if you had to raise bees to get the beeswax to do the candelabras and stuff. It'd make a lot more sense if that was the case, but it's not. It's kind of disheartening to me, the fact that it's not the case. Mushrooms. I have honey, I have mushrooms. Cabbage. What else do we do with the cabbage? Potatoes. Wait, that takes spice, never mind. Takes spice and dough and stuff. Question, can you make honey mead? Let me check. Under the brewery, Muruvor takes honey, oat, honey, and some other flowers. You have orcish medicine that is bones, chitin, whiteweed, and cave honey. You also have smoked mead, which is oats, cave honey, aloe blooms, brewed crock tea, which is tea, the aloe blooms, sunken moss, and cabbage. So, you know, not honey mead by name, but quite a few dishes that do take honey and mead. The only problem that I have with this game is you can't have them hunt like meat. You can like have them raise cattle or something. I'm also now making a dwarf that runs a farm that mostly consists of beehives. That makes sense. You're gonna have your dwarf make liquor. Having a beehive farm works great. Hold on a second. There we go. Alright, so we need to plant some of the fields real quick. Plant ourselves some mushrooms. I like the placement of this one. I don't think we can reach it. I think up here is, yeah, it's up partial light. Yeah, the chives can't work here, so we'll just put mushrooms in instead. reminder is that we need to put the cranberries. Okay, have the cranberry. And then we'll put in second farm box there. Put grapples in. Other side, we'll put in a couple more. I think we can put them over here and still have full sun. Nope. Can I put them over here? Nope. Alright. So we'll put in the cabbage. The scallions. Oops, that's a parsnip. Scallion. I need a few more put these hives up here. And then if I have room for them, I'm out of farm boxes. You know what? Ink the cabbage out. Alright. That'll give them enough food for a while. Let's see here. Dwarves that without meat. It's not dwarves. Exactly. They just, for whatever reason, they don't deem it important enough for the dwarves to have, you know, meat and stuff. Oh. Okay, that's the best of it. So, let's check what they can make. They can make meaty skewers. And that's it. That's fine. Now you go to Dwarrowdelf. Because Dwarrowdelf doesn't have any food production. And I need to figure out if they have any food to put in the kitchen. I can get them honey. That's easy. Don't know about the rest of the foods though. Down here, they have their scavenging post. Okay, so they're getting lots of cave honey. Not a lot of foodstuffs. A lot of mixed stuff that you don't really need. But they're okay food-wise. Out of mushrooms. We got potatoes. Oh lordy. They bugged again. Oh my lordy. Oh man. The kitchen bugged again. Honestly, if you were playing like a city builder, you had a functional races there. If you didn't have meat, the dwarves might rebel. Actually, they probably would. They probably would rebel. If you didn't have meat. But unfortunately, the dwarves in this game aren't smart enough to not need assistance, which is bonkers to me. They'll gather everything and put it in this container, and they won't use anything that's not in their containers, which is fine. Well, okay, that's not exactly true, because they will. They'll use stuff that's not in their containers. Depending on who they are. Because, as an example, the cook will only use what's in the cooking closet. The crafters will only use what's in the crafting closets. But the metal worker will use any materials, any ore available, as long as there's fuel in his closet. It's kind of weird. And you can't set priority on the ore guy. It's pretty sad. So, there is that. Alright, so I need to go back to Durin's Tower. Get all the stuff off me that I don't need. There's a lot of stuff I just don't need that's on me right now. Yeah, I kind of figured that was full of stuff. Alright, so repair. Need to repair. You do that. I need to set the table. Got to set the table. Yeah, that's the trick. The trick is making sure you've got everything you need. Gold, quartz, red beryl, mithril. So it's actually a pretty decent haul. Unfortunately, the traders won't buy just anything. So I just can't go to them and say, hey, here's, 500 pounds of honey. Because that's easy to grow. And I mean, it's super easy to grow. Do I need the iron ore? No. I need the barrel.
If a spider skidded across my camp, a terrible day'd have she. If a spider skidded across my camp, a terrible day'd have she.
Red barrel,
Fool with an
emeralds.
And if she would not flee, she would wind up caught in an 8-legged knot. Spider for dinner for me.
And a couple other items they'll actually buy.
Mining hut.
Unfortunately, this game, the developers are very, I'll go with narrow-minded in a lot of aspects. They don't take into consideration everything that needs to go on to make the game work the way they think they want it to. First off, the shop should buy pretty much everything with like a base rate. That's a shame. And then have a higher rate for the things they actually want. This is one I don't think I've seen before. Oh, I know where we are. I know which one this is. Troll.
Did he see us?
Maybe? Yes. Hello, troll. Thank you, I needed the mushrooms. I don't really need the wood and stuff. That's mithril. I don't need that right now. Definitely need that. Take the cranberries. You need that. I don't really need these guys. Ooh. Don't really need the drakes. I have a lot of drakes right now. Give me a second. Oh, these are drakes. These are one of the hardest non-boss mobs in the game. The only two that are harder are the nameless creature and the winged dragon wyvern things. which they call fell beasts. But you need the scales off of those for certain weapons. And I think like one of the shields or whatever. You really don't need it once you get past a certain point. Now, if you have the enchantment that allows you to scavenge trophies, they'll drop bones, and you can make sculptures of them. Like you would see in a museum for like dinosaurs or whatever. However, they are super annoying to kill. Because even with normal weapon, you do about 23-ish. Damage per strike. And it's somewhere around like 20, 25 strikes. So it's super annoying. I mean, super annoying. Especially when you got a bunch of them. Super annoying to kill. And this way. Eat Columbus, so I get my fatigue.
Got orcs.
Great. Well, these are the easy ones, so these are only these.
That's all you got?
Right. I don't need that. I don't need those. Don't need the bones. Don't need the iron. I still have a few thousand iron. That's gold. I don't need gold at the moment. Guess I'll find through the mithril. Do I need the mithril? Not really. Mithril's only useful when you're building weapons. Now, for your guards, making guards, mithril weapons, and armor, great place to build. Great choice. But at the moment, I'm not really doing that. I mean, I will have to outfit a couple of guards, but it's really not that big of a deal. Yep, really need to add it, but alright. Don't need gold. Parsnips? I'll take those. Okay, parsnips are still good. Once we get through this and we get our dude back. From this demonic beast. Hi. as dangerous as that thing could be, it's really not. Because it runs away after like 200 points of damage. Which is kind of lame. I thought it was going to be more of a challenge. Like these guys. Oops. That's too soon. Didn't dodge at all. Don't need trike scales. That's all mithril. I don't need any of that. That was super annoying. Drakes and spiders. Really? I'm not really worried about this particular delve. I just whatever I don't want. Just leave. Like I said, I don't need the gold at the moment. Not making Khazad steel. But I probably should. But I will go ahead and pick up the iron. I want that barrel. So, there is that. I need the admin at all. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this load so I can put it down in the new delve. Because the new delve could use some admin when I do some build outs, but I don't really need a lot of it. At least not right now, anyway. But the iron, I don't care about it. It cannot go in the bin. Don't need that at all. I still have like 1,000 or so iron sitting in storage that I'm not using. So, you know, I don't really need it. To the admin, I really don't need a lot of admin right now. But I'll take it. I just want to take the gold. I don't need that at all at the moment. Now what I might do is in this new delve, I might actually set it up to where it's a forge. And then I can let them, forge ingots of my choosing. Oh yeah, you didn't know. Oh, you didn't know what they sing. Yeah, I know. The dwarves will sing when they are mining, and it gives them ore frenzy. Ore frenzy removes the stamina loss when you're mining. So normally when you do actions, you lose stamina, the little yellow blocks. But when you're singing, they stop losing stamina. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy. Exactly. Exactly. No, I forgot you haven't played this game yet or seen it. Alright. So let's go back down. I don't like this piece. The background music is Winamp. So I have to just click off to change it periodically because maybe that's all it gives me one that I don't like. Because my hotkeys won't map to Winamp for some reason. They'll map to YouTube, they'll map on the browser. They'll map to YouTube or any of the video streaming programs. For one reason, Winamp doesn't pick them up anymore. It used to. This stuff's almost ready to go up to the next level. Okay. So let's deposit the minerals. Alright. Ore needs to go back down into Drone's Forge. And the food needs to go down into how? Yeah, no, it's actually a really good game. When Duran Folk came out, it introduced a lot of lag into the game. Because there's a lot of things that it had a lot of content, and the game is not optimized, or was not. It is better now. It was not really optimized for all the new content. It's getting there, though. Okay, where are my two dwarves? Oh, they're both resting. They're in beds. I don't know which beds they're in. They could be in any beds anywhere in the building. I got beds over here, but all these buildings also have beds in them. So they could be any of those too. I don't know. I'm not picky. I think I'll put the adamant down here though. For later. And cool. Put that in there. And they can have those there. And I keep them happy for a little while. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for you. That sucks. What sucks? Sorry, the delay is getting to us today. Back to Duran's Forge. if you're having a long delay, you can try reloading your browser. That might correct your timing issues so you're not so far behind. I know on YouTube it's kind of weird because there's times that their delay is super out of sync. And there's no way to fix it. Oh. Actually, pretty full. Oh no. Fine. Give me wooden chest. I really don't need mithril right now. Really don't. Here we go. You're dealing with the lag in the game. Oh yeah, that. The lag in the game is due to the way they load memory. I think I have the quality turned down. Oh god, I moved it back up again. Confirm. Okay, that's probably why. This game has, at least at my resolution, has no noticeable difference between epic and like medium. And epic is just what they normally do is they just take the texture and upscale it to like a 4K texture or something stupid like that. And it's really not any better. It's so silly. Message redacted. Are you cursing? Don't curse. Okay, so we need... Yeah, I have no clue what the redacted message is. Sounds like something the auto collector picked up. Let's see. No two ports. Let's see here. So I got 31. That kind of sucks. Super annoying. Alright. Let's go find ourselves some true quartz. After we find some food. I want to eat. You know, like these benches. They are super annoying. No, I wasn't cursing my autocorrect butcher. What I'm trying to say was making a joke about you not wanting mithril, but it turned out weird. Oh, okay. Mithril was one chainmail vest of mithril is worth an entire shower. It's supposed to be shire. And everyone and everything in it. Yeah. You got shower, but it's supposed to be shire. S-H-I-R-E. Autocorrect sees that and says shower. I am very aware of how bad autocorrect is. It is super annoying. Alright. Expedition. We need 2 quartz. 2 quartz and topaz. Level 4, so fell beasts, orcs, deep trolls, drakes, and moths. Ugh. That's bad. This is not great. Okay.
It's not Zirak Zigal, but every mountain speaks to me still.
Yeah, no, the funny part is that, in this game, you're gonna get so much mithril that you have no use for it. You really have no use for mithril in this game. Once you get your mithril weapons, your mithril armor, like I have mithril chain right now. My halberd is mithril. I have several of them. And honestly, I don't need anything else for me. Now, if I want my guards to be well suited, well stocked, then, you know, mithril's a good choice. So you go chase the mithril down and make them, you know, full mithril outfits. Or you can do full, Durin outfits. Which is the tier 5 armor.
Waste another moment.
But mithril's the best armor in the game. And the second best is the Durin gear, which is 5. And that's got its advantages because the Durin armor makes you highly resistant to the effects of darkness. So if you're in areas that are prone to being dark, that's great. Writing sentences now. Jeez. I don't know. I get it. I get it. It's super annoying sometimes. Phones are a pain in the butt. These expeditions are a late thing that you pick up. Normally you're in Khazad-dûm, and you're mining through, you know, areas of known or unknown terrain you have to mine through. And then once you get to a certain point in your delves, then you can actually start mining other mountains in the mountain range, so that you don't have to worry about being constrained by resources. Which was really a good idea considering they added in even more crafting options to build out your dolls and stuff. I mean, you could build, whole cities and whatnot before. But with the delves, they made it even more interesting. The problem that I have is they haven't reused a lot of the materials that are, like, my opinion, one-use items. Like, mithril is basically a one-use item. Once you get some mithril armor and gear, you have no use for it. And I don't understand why they wouldn't let you do more with it. But because they didn't do actual stats for things that you can see, it kind of makes sense. Like, for example, there's actually no reason why you can't have, a mithril pickaxe. Durin's axe is, so where's Durin's forge? Khazad forge. Here it is. The Durin's pickaxe, best pickaxe in the game, is made in which forge? Great Forge of Durin, maybe? Yeah, here's Durin's axe, which is sunstone and Durinol, which is made of Gulnabad iron. Yeah, Gulnabad iron. Of all things to pick from, they chose what?
Drakes!
Pain in my butt. Definitely didn't need drakes. That's definitely something I didn't need right now. Drakes are a pain in the butt to deal with. Don't need topaz. It's in the back corner over there. Okay. There's some true quartz. The funny thing is, I really don't need that much true quartz. I'm gonna grab a bunch of it because this has actually got a lot of uses. So you can make the Durin's lamp, which pushes back the dark in the shadowy spaces. You can make all the light fixtures in the game that are not candles or torches. The torch sconces don't need it. Candle sconces don't need it. But if you want to use the gemstone sconces, then you need true quartz. But aside from that, it's not bad. You should be able to sell it to human kingdoms is dead now, but they reunified the kingdom. Well, that's the thing, is that the lore behind that is the dwarves don't want to give up the rare resources. So star metal, mithril, duranite, beryllium, and nagrod, and so on and so forth. All of the rare metals of the world right now aren't for sale. The only one that is certain materials made out of you can sell arrowheads that are made out of Khazad, which uses gold. And I think that's pretty much it for anything that uses the rare metals. I think. If I go to the workbench, currently I make steel arrowheads, which take Khazad steel, which is made out of gold and iron. I don't know what gold, iron, or mixed would actually be in the real world. But the Shinor, which is copper, tin, and silver. Star metal, which is the star metal ore and coal. Nagrod, which is the sunstone 2 quartz. And then mithril. And pretty much all the rare ores. You're not allowed to trade. Some of the materials made out of them, like the arrowheads, you can trade those. But you can't trade, like, the raw ore. Or even the refined ore. In my opinion, you should be able to trade pretty much anything to anybody. But, you know, that would be if I designed the game. Because, you know, I get how games should work. Crazy dwarves hoarding. Exactly.
I love that song.
They want to have a monopoly on all the cool shit, but they won't even buy the cool shit from you. Because you have the white stone and red stone mountains that they'll trade you for some of the gems, but that's about it. And some of the materials that you can make out of these ores. But nothing serious. They won't trade you for the ores or even the ingots. And then, right now I have access to the Shire and Rohan. I don't have access to the other ones yet. I know once I get all 4 delves built, then I'll pick up like Erebor and a couple other places. But honestly, well, I do find it cool and I find it interesting. I find the work to get their materials to be unsatisfactory. Because the traders will only buy just so much, which is fine. They hang around for about 2 days. You can only make stuff when they're currently there. So like right now I can make arrowheads. But if no one wants arrowheads, I'm not allowed to make arrowheads. Now that sounds kind of silly to me. Because what if I know that this one group will always buy arrowheads and I need them to, you know, I need to get materials from them for a project I'm working on. Bad place for you. It's like the Whitestone Mountains, Bluestone Mountains rather, is that you buy white stone. In the Redstone Mountains, I should buy redstone and volcanic glass. Well, that's all fine and good. But if you know that they'll buy, let's say, a specific material, but you don't have said material, then, or you don't have, let's say, they'll buy the arrowheads, let's take Khazad. And that's fine. But I can make the Khazad ore. But the dwarves will only make one of these items a day. So I have to have all of the materials to make the items. And then I have to go down when, you know, every day when the dwarves pop up to know what they need. So I can sell it to them. But I also have to make it. And your craftsmen have to make it. You can't make it. So it's annoying. It's one of those aspects of this game that I actually don't like. And I think could be better. Really?
Orcs are coming. Get ready.
This is not necessarily the best spot for orcs.
The dragon's beasts.
I have phobies and orcs? Are you kidding me?
One more down. Ha.
Dark orcs.
That's all you got?
The shadow orcs are actually the hardest orcs in the game. You have orcs, you have Uruk. I'm sorry, orc, deep orc, Uruk, and shadow. There might be one more that I'm not thinking of at the moment. Alright. One foe beast. Yeah. technically that's supposed to be one of the hardest monsters in the game, but in my opinion, it's really not. It has the same moveset as the drakes. It does have more hit points, but it counts as an orc. So, anti-orc weapons do more damage to it versus drakes, which don't. So, they're harder to kill. You're telling me this game should be 2-player? Actually, this game can be 4-player. Oh, multiplayer anyway. I forget how many people give a server will support, but you can set up a server. So you can set up a server and open either a campaign world or a sandbox world. And you can have a bunch of people on board. I think it's 4. That's what it supports. And you can, like, the Devilman right now. When you do these delves, everybody has to go on the delve. When you're hanging out in the mines, it doesn't matter. Everybody can be in completely different zones. And it's fine with that. But when you go on these adventures, it sucks everybody in. Not really a fan of that. Because what if you just need something real quick, but you know, you don't want to suck everybody into it. So, what don't I need here? I need those. Alright. Is that all of the forts in this area? I'll take all the resources, it's not a big deal. I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm pretty much full. That's fine. Go ahead and get out of here. Some of these zones are actually pretty big. And if you have, you know, multiple players in your party, you can actually strip mine them all out. But being I'm doing it all solo, I can't get most of the resources out of the larger zones. Any connection for PS5 or is it strictly computer game? Let me double check. Because I believe it has. Does it currently have one? Yeah, it's got a PS5 version. I don't know if the cross-platform works correctly. I know it's supposed to be able to be cross-platform, but I honestly don't know if it actually works properly. I haven't even used the online mode. Set up a server and have people log into it. I've never tried. Though one of my semi-regulars keeps asking me to set one up. But I figure if I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to buy a server. That way the server can be up, you know, even when I'm not online. everybody who's allowed to be on the server with the, be able to do whatever. I understand just having your own server makes things easy, but we'll need to look into this game. Looks very interesting. It is a very good game. Let's get back to town real quick. I'll show you the kind of like the lay of the game real quick. Give you kind of like an overview of the flow of the game. So, now this is in campaign mode, but it's pretty much the same in the lost that. It's pretty much the same in sandbox mode as well. You get dropped in here near the west gate, and you have to go through the west town, an Elven district. Then you find the Mines of Moria, and then you have to go into this blue area here, which then takes you down into the lower depths over here. This is the pump room, the library, Tomb of the Kings, and then in Dwarrowdelf, you'll actually come into the east gate, or Dimrock gate, but you have Dwarrowdelf itself, and you have the High Hall City region. Along the way, you have the places like this, which are the forges, and so on. Once you get that cleared, then you go into the bazaar area, which has the Durin's Road, and you go into this chaotic mess, which is where the Redhorn Lode, which is where you can mine all of the rare ores that you need, including mithril. Then you beat the dragon up, and then you leave. And after that, you can unlock the tower, Dimrock Gale, and Homeland, which is where you go to teach your dwarves and whatnot. It's fairly straightforward of a game, but it is kind of challenging as a single player on normal. Now in the online, in the sandbox version, you get more raids against your communities. The orcs do more raiding, which can be more annoying. They're also harder. They give the orcs have higher, offense, defense, whatever. Because the sandbox, they expect you to have other players to help out. Alright. I need 3,500 prod. Good God. I have 14 dwarves in this one? Jeez. Alright, let me go back to Dwarrowdelf. See if they can upgrade. Sheesh. I need to get more dwarves for High Hall. Make a bunch of soldiers or something. Soldiers, scavengers.
I'm down.
Then go pray.
Your humble servant. I am lucky you found me.
We need 2 more. Okay. So, I'll pop over to the forge real quick. Which is actually right over here. You can walk there from here. I just don't normally do it. Need to put an ad in the paper. Help wanted. Need dwarves. Fair salary for fair work. Will allow hobbits to cook or act as burglars. Yeah, no kidding. Now you can go, like I said, when you're hiring dwarves, you can go over to Dimrel, at the Dimrel gate, and for anywhere between 1 and I think 500 gold, you can hire a dwarf. There's usually only 2 out there at a time. I haven't figured out how to unlock more. But with 2 at a time, you can, in a couple of days, you can fill up 1 delve. But the problem is, if you need to fill up 4 delves, because you're running it in a minimalistic mode, it takes forever. Alright, Nograt steel. Need 200 Nograt steel. And we have 3 forges that can make it right now. Well, I have more, but they're inconvenient. I only have 3 in here that can make it. I only have 3 smelters in here that can make it. So, there is that. So, 90, 180. When that last load's done, I can make my last monument. Sweet. Now I could walk over to High Hall. It's not that far away, but it's a nuisance. And we'll drop off what High Hall needs. Cook's making portions. Alright. Put that in there. There don't need anything else. Back to Duran's Tower. So I say, you're actually watching me real late game. I mean, really late game. That does not belong in there. And this game does not do, like, organization and stacking very well. It's pretty bad.
Oh, I'm too worn out.
And let's do some organization real quick. Okay. On this. Great. They're not really helpful in Lambus, but are they? Well, I did, but there's only currently one forager in here. And really should have about 4. To be fair. I shouldn't have only 1. But right now I have like very few. Alright. Let's go see if we can find what's going on in the other areas. So out here, I have Blue Mountains.
Perhaps we can trade.
I'll look and see if I have any.
Manzil Abgal Makru.
I might have some carpenter kits. And he wants emeralds today. Might be able to come up with those. So I mean, by their requests are super.
For fine dwarven craftsmanship. You look like an industrial dwarf. I'm looking for fine dwarven
Dwarven
craftsmanship.
builders kits. And potatoes. Potatoes! I can do potatoes.
You look like an
Now,
industrial.
I know where to get the meat hat. Oh my god. Let me unload what I don't need and then grab what I've got. Let's unload what we don't need here. I don't need that. Yeah. And then some emeralds. Red barrel. And they wanted potatoes. Potatoes. I might actually have potatoes. Because I do have a bit of potato farm going. None there. I only have 35 there, so. Then I can sell. So is it pretty cool where you're at? Not too bad. We had a very nice Christmas. Christmas was okay. Yeah, Christmas was okay. Did have a bunch of people in the family had like surgeries and whatnot. Nothing serious. It's minor stuff, like having wisdom teeth removed and whatever. But it is a nuisance. So we had kind of a laid back, chill Christmas this year. Because a lot of people couldn't eat anything really rich or fancy. Made for kind of a weird year. Remember, you can boil mushroom, stick it on some stupid... Exactly. Exactly.
Manzil Abgal Makrug?
Okay, so this one here...
What are you willing to part with, friend? Manzil Abgal Makrug?
I don't remember what I need from him at the moment. I don't think I need much of anything.
Perhaps we can trade.
Oh, I didn't check to see if I can steal arrowheads. I don't think I do. Again, I don't need much from him right now either. Shadow is when I actually need stuff from.
I'm looking for fine dwarven craftsmanship.
Because what I need
Like
from
an
him is the meat
industrial
hat.
dwarf?
And it's going to take 800 faction, which is going to take forever. But, let's go check and see if I can hire anybody of value. What in the world? Details. Masonry. Don't need you. Details. Dude has nothing. He's only good as a scavenger. I got 4 out here today. Let's check these guys out. Building, cooking. Never hurts to have another cook. What's this kid doing way the hell over here? He better be worth the trip. Though I doubt it. Again, no skills. I could use a harvester here. I think I'm just gonna hire all of them. Honestly, I can make any of them soldiers. I can make any of them. There's one up there too. Oh, let's go check him out. I can make any of them harvesters. So I just have to give them harvesting baskets, and they'll collect resources. So. Alright, what's this guy? I have gold to buy all of them. Artistry, masonry, and mining. Oh. You're gonna be expensive. I don't really need him. He's really expensive. I don't really need any of that at the moment. I will take the cook though. And let's put you up at the bar. These two down here. I still have 350 gold on me. Let's put you in the high delve. This is 100 gold. What was this guy again? Masonry, don't really need that. Can I ask you what the duck player in your campaign is named? Um, he has a name. We just call him Duck. I'll have to look it up. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see here. Stool. Ah, yes. It's Bosson. The quack bugs duck. That's what they called him. Bosson the quack bugs duck. Did they say changed his name or they kept that one? He changed his name to mad scientist at one point. Yeah, no, it's just Bosson. We have Stool, which is a Malachoid. Treger, which is the monk. Blazer is a pet snake. Bella is the elf with her pet raptor, which is Razor. Melina has her pet displacer beast, which is Moonstrifer. The duck has a spider that's called Quack. Don't get me. I'll get it. And then the cleric is Uzi. And his pet is Stool. There's also two familiars, but no one uses them. So which name was the funny one? Oh, just Steel. Cool. Yeah, no, they gave us some silly names. Steel. Builder's kit. Is out of... Here it is. I just use steel, so... Let me chunk some steel in there. And let y'all make some builder's kits. And then over here on these, You need some Khazad. I don't have any Khazad steel available. Sorry, can't help you. How the hell did you get a pet displacer beast? Well, displacer beasts, contrary to some people's understanding, as long as you get them as a cub, they can be trained. So, the requirement was they had to either find one that was pre-trained, or they had to find an untrained cub and then train it. And in order to do that, they had to find a vendor that sells exotic beasts, and then negotiate with the merchant to see if they either have one or if they could get one. And many, many rules later, they found somebody in one of the towns that had one, but her displacer beast was injured. It had lost an eye and one of its legs. So it had crippled stats. And then it was a young adult. So it was kind of trained, but was injured. And when the cleric got high enough, we were able to use the restoration magic to make it fully functional again. But she had a choice of waiting for the cleric to catch up, or having to pay the church like a stupid amount of gold at the time. Now it doesn't matter, they all have thousands and thousands of gold. Like hundreds of thousands of gold in some cases. But yeah, no, it's definitely a thing for them. It was fun. The latest edition is the Myceliid Stool. We just got his bot. And that one's kind of interesting. Because it's our first psionic character in the campaign. And that makes everything a challenge. I don't think I've ever used psionic characters before. But psionic characters is always a challenge. What do I need at the moment? To go check on my ingots. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. It also helps the fact that we're in Tyrell, which has a thriving Drow community, as well as a thriving evil, chaotic evil monster trade, and a lot of nobles in the lore will use displacer beasts to guard their houses. So trainable ones, or trained ones, are really expensive if you can find them. But they're out there. It's not too hard, but it is a big learning curve. The game or my party's adventures? This game's really not that bad. Oh, it's her character. Yes. So instead of having a complicated second character, I actually control Usi and Stool. I control those two characters. So it's really not that bad. I know how they work. I've used, both clerics and psychic characters for a while now. So it's not too bad for me. And I'm using the psychic character in a simplified manner. I'm not using the full complex rules of psychic characters, so it does help. Alright. That should be everything I need. Your party's adventures? Yep. Here we go. That's the last of the, well, I guess I'll stick around and help defend the camp.
Kill this dwarf.
Like I said before.
I need a better weapon for this.
Hey, there's something there.
We got orcs.
Yeah, orcs are fun. I feel like I said before, but the game, it is. It's actually, the game looks really good. It plays pretty well. Some of the controls are a little wonky at times. So, you do have to, kind of play with it.
Our enemies attack! I'll just rest my eyes.
Get your butt up. My problem is not enough guards.
Mountain smiles on us today.
You don't have enough guards, it does this.
Will do. What news?
So, approximately 4 days. That's fine. Alright. So they're good. Let me check their food inventory. Oh, their food glitched again. For some reason, this one's food glitches out a lot. I don't understand why. Because the other one doesn't do that. So it's kind of strange. It's only this delf. No, that's fine. I'm not going to say how much longer either. It's almost 11 o'clock where I am. Have a good night, and I will see you another time. I guess I'll go over to the forge. Forge. The one character I don't use is masons. And I should actually have some masons active. Now, once I go to the builders, I'll probably actually set up like at least one mason in each delve so they can maintain the buildings after orc attacks. Because the buildings do take damage. Eh. Let me see here. The rest of it's pretty much useless. Well, okay, nothing's useless. I should say not much of a use. Because a lot of things just don't have much for you to do with them. Let's see here. Oh, I took all the cloth upstairs. I don't know what bin they're in upstairs. I have to figure that out. Sure. I guess that works. Go to the tavern. Now, cloth is, I'm not sure where. I don't have it in my bin. I wonder if I can put the bag on the wall. Never tried. Let's see here. Alright, so we can those away. That away. One iron ore and one some meat. Let me see if we have food. Don't give them access to me.
Dragon Slayer.
Don't give them access to me. I keep it for me. I wish I had some more harvesters around here, but it's okay. That. I do want whatever the masonry tool was. I don't have any of those. Alright. There. Do. Let me go to Holland real quick. And with any luck, Shard Trader's still here.
I'm looking for fine dwarven craftsmanship.
It's about as best I can do at
Look
the
like
moment.
an industrial dwarf.
It's supposed to be halfway. Kind of sad, but you know, it's okay.
Perhaps we can trade.
I don't have any steel arrowheads with me. If I had some steel arrowheads, she'd buy those. I don't think I have any.
Manzil Abgal Makrug. What are you willing
For that, I want to get
part
this
with,
one here. But it's like 750, so it's gonna take a little while. Fire clay bricks. I have no clue what that's good for. I need this set here in order to find out. Oh, those are the thing. You need to have enough status in order to get those. But unfortunately, take money with me. Unfortunately, that's the problem. These things don't belong here. So green one there. There are some new people in here. Blacksmith, artisan, blacksmith, artisan. Got a couple of people that are new.
Cheers. Aye.
They're now doing that task. That's gonna hurt. It's my cook. Got one more that's not doing anything. Figure out where they are. Scavenger. Maybe I send him to the other delve. Artisan. Blacksmith. Artisan. And that's floor. Everybody here is doing something. Okay. High Hall does not have. Does have people not doing stuff. So let's go to High Hall real quick. And get these guys at least doing something. Alright, so equip you with a basket.
Will do.
I don't have another basket.
It has been a while.
I think I should give them a large celebration table.
Best to you.
Alright, so let's go back to here. Because I need to build a couple more baskets. And, oh, I need some holly. Holly is here. Cranberries and olive and tree cuttings. And I have neither of them. That's not good. Okay. I'm going to put 2 in here. Because I do need some more harvesters here. But down here, I have one that does not have something to do. And we can put one in there.
Got it.
Oops. That's not what I wanted. Assign. 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 Alright. So I need cranberries. This one actually has them. other one? Believe it or not. But due to lack of harvesters, it is a small issue. Now, tree cuttings. Ah. It's a very good question. I don't know my tree cutting access. Probably in the higher area. Up at the bar. Let's see if I have tree cuttings here. No, I don't. However, I do have a tree here. I don't need it. Yeah. That's antwood. Nope. Not down here. Yep. I thought I had a ton of tree carvings, but let's turn it all into holly. For the Christmas stuff. It takes a lot of holly for that stuff. And then we want the holly table. And I'll build that down in the delve. Actually, can I build two of those? Yeah, short highway. Because I'm beginning to think the problem in the other area is a table issue. So I'm going to rebuild their tables. We'll go down to High Hall. Give them a celebration table. And then I'll go over to the Dwarrowdelf. Dwarrowdelf. We build tables. And then we'll call it night. And tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off. Try to build up our delves.
Help! I'm down.
Are they being attacked? Again?
Greetings. Ah. It's been a while.
Let's do that. And some tables that aren't blocked. And I think we're good there. Yeah, I'll do all the cleaning off and stuff maybe later. But tomorrow we'll pick up and we'll continue building out our delves and trying to get the new one up and running. But once that's done, then we're just waiting on the delves to finish building up. Because of my full staff and all of them. Let's see here. Akhlath Gargzahar, delving. Here we go, company. Company level 5. Great monuments, raise loyalty level. I have 3 of 3 delves. 12 Dwarves in company, 18 of 21. Maximum delve level 5. And delves start at level 3. This one's at 3. Right, level 3. This one's at 5, so that one's maxed out. And this one here is also at 3. And it's building up. But it's gonna need a little bit. So, look at that. And I will see you then.